to back on episode 5, Uboat Skipper's Life, live streaming my patrol. As you can see, we left off having just reached the patrol square. I also posted a video to the video section of my channel with a 1-hour loop of the sunrise after my last live stream. Check that out. It's just basically the skipper staring off into the sunrise, the sounds of the ocean, the engines running, with a background music that's coming from the London BBC station, and I believe I heard a sailor humming some poem. One thing I forgot to mention is if you want to see more content like this, or if you think there's some suggestions that should be made to improve what you think may improve the experience of viewing this content, please leave some comment in the comment section, and I will see about incorporating those requests into my stream. Cloudless day here. Should make for visual contact pretty easy to be seen. The sea's not too rough, so we should be in good shape for any subsurface attack if necessary. A little bit choppy, but definitely not stormy. Note the position of the moon in the west and waning gibbous, meaning that tonight it will be a dark night, so any contact made at night will be virtually impossible to act upon. Experience a little bit of chop here in the bow. Let's go get some more information here on what we've got going on. I believe I did a hydrophone check at around, I want to say sometime around 6 o'clock. Correct, and it was her hydrophone, so we'll continue our normal day-to-day routine of people cleaning and keeping an eye out for contacts. Notice is on this boat, there's a small table. Type 2 a coastal boat's a little smaller, so smaller table, smaller crew. And if all 3 seats here are actually filled, you can't play cards. Obviously, because people playing cards has the advantage of increasing the morale. It's a +7 modifier. It can help keep your sailors happy in troubled times. Apparently my discipline is not suffering too much detriment. The very dishes, which is the 4 different items in the galley at the time. Food variety, it makes them happier, so +12 there. Music playing makes them a little happier, +4. Normal lighting gives it a 10% boost. Normal lighting is basically daytime lighting. Too much work for officers. There's quite a few sailors working right now, so it's wearing them down a little bit. Doing pretty good on fuel, having reached the patrol square. Typically I try to start returning home before it gets to 45%, which is when this little indicator bar turns yellow. You can extend your patrol by using the electric engines as well. The only disadvantage to using the electric engines as propulsion in a regular scenario is if you have to dive, and you may have burned 20% of your battery before that contact is made with either a surface vessel or an aircraft, you are now significantly reduced in the range and the time you will be underwater. So something to keep in mind. Time compression last reading was here. I changed the course to 270. Some moderate time compression here. stay on the surface and continue along until my radio officer returns to duty. 1 o'clock. Okay. So the weather's, this arrow is a little bit more abrupt now. It was more orange than yellow like it was before. So pressure must be falling. Cloud icon gives away the condition from our sailors on the surface. Unfortunately, this thing does work when you're underwater, so I try not to pay attention to that. Okay, check out the surface conditions. If the sea gets too rough, you can end up with water intruding into the sub, and you can also end up with sailors getting seasick. Some clouds have moved in. It doesn't appear that the weather is affecting the sea too much yet. Actually, that's going to change soon. As you can see, as the weather changes, the watch officers, watch the sailors, don a coat, leather coat to keep them dry, and a hat. The coat keeps them dry and a little warmer. Still have a little bit of light passing through, some more rain. Visibility on the surface is getting reduced with the weather. Something to keep in mind. Just realized background volume may not have been very good. It's now raining a lot more. You can hear it hitting the sub very good. Apparently it's going to be a storm of some sort. It's still in the process of building. It could be a light enough storm that it doesn't affect the waves, but I have a feeling that the wind is going to start driving these waves a little more. It's going to create some challenges for us. At sea, you have to continue Rainwater starting to intrude.
Funkraum besetzen.
As you can see, the time compression can hurt because it said it was repeated 5 times.
Herr Kommandant, dringende Nachricht von OKM. Wir befinden uns im Krieg mit England.
Alright, hostilities with the United Kingdom. All submarines and English ships are to be considered hostile with immediate effect. At present, all first wave submarines are instructed to attack freighters according to the terms of the prize rules. As long as the prize rules are enforced, cargo ships flying the English flag may be attacked without warning. Let's do a hydrophone check here.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 4 Meter.
Tauchen auf 25 Meter.
Right.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Time to check to see if we have any contacts. Your little thunder.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
»25 Meter. »30 Meter.
Get to about 25 meters, it tends to start affecting the sailors.
Aktuelle Tiefe 25 Meter. »30 Meter.
Raum besetzen.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Bestätige.
Listening for contacts. Listening for contacts. One thing about the immersion here is the valve tree that's in front of me on the other side of the observation periscope. It would be good if there was some base judgment made about the values these meters are reading for the different flask bottles around the sub. They all point up and say roughly 50 psi or whatever, but there should be varying values, and when we dive, these values should change. Or more importantly, I guess when we surface, the value should change because that's compressed air, and you compress it in the tanks to surface. So it'd be good to have those slowly recharge throughout the running of the engines as you recompress air, and discharge as you need to control your depth for surfacing.
Bestätige.
Estimated position. Reset my odometer from that position.
Alle Maschinen stoppen.
We'll stop the boat and see if the extra noise from moving really slow, even that can affect the range and the detectability of sound for very distant ships. We're at a half hour of listening. I don't think we're going to find much.
Langsame Fahrt voraus. Anblasen.
We'll continue the patrol.
Zehn Meter. Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Right. Sometimes the sound of the rain can get a little bit tiring for those who get a good amount of sleep during a rainstorm. There's some lightning. We've got some thunder too. Now with the hydrophone, we just checked. Probably got a good 25 kilometers, maybe a little more for a single vessel. That was close. Wouldn't be surprised if my sub was struck by lightning. There is it's back to the hydrophone. The single ships may not be detected out beyond a distance of about 10 kilometers, but groups, you know, 25, 50 probably makes sense. So it's extra important right now to not just assume no one's nearby, as we could have a single boat not making a lot of noise, moving slow, and could be in the area. Boat, I mean ship.
Alle Luken schließen.
I had to try that. I don't know what that does. I guess they close the hatch that way. It keeps it from building up water in here. Just double check that again. Certainly hope I don't lose anybody up on the surface.
In high society, you will cultivate
A little bit of bad clipping, and I imagine that would probably not feel very comfortable.
But I know a family never had a pedigree, but they have a most distinguished name. They call them nice people with nice manners, but God
Bestätige.
They've got such nice habits, they keep rabbits, but got no money at all. Their father keeps their mother keeps their brother, and when they're running short of cash, they borrow from each other. Nice people with nice manners, but God
Notice we've got 2 days with 1 hour at sea, traveling from Wilhelmshaven port out, and current conditions, winds gusting pretty good, 20 knots, 2 degrees Celsius air temperature. It's probably roughly around 37 degrees Fahrenheit. And we have 19 degrees internal because it's being held in check by our heater. Estimated position probably 56 degrees, 39 minutes north, 3 degrees, 54 minutes east. As you can see on the map for United Kingdom has changed color. We've updated that to show that they are now enemies and hostile. Map also shows the expansion of German through the Rhineland, Germany, post-attack. And harder to see here, but there's some arrows for the attacking German forces, Prussia and whatnot into Poland. Do a little more time compression. Barometer's going up, so the weather might be improving a bit. It's interesting to note that the barometer's been going up, but the arrow's still showing down. Alright. Days at sea, 1. It's saying 2 days up here. But it's 1 day, I think, because it's when the journal was started. And it's updated every midnight, so since we started out around noon on the 1st, I guess that makes sense.
What else am I to do when you have left that fill my very soul with flame? Tonight, dawn into me in a light bright as day, but you're so dear to me, I could see you even miles away. For I have eyes.
Alright, looks like it was in order there.
And yet, when we're apart, I close my eyes and see with my heart.
Alle Luken schließen. Es ist nicht mehr erforderlich, die Schotten geschlossen zu halten.
A little bit of improvement in weather. Okay. Getting our auto save. This boat does not have a UZO, so targeting data from up here has to be relayed manually. In relation to the angle on bow, information still is typical, related verbally, but the bearing from the boat to the target ship is not really an automatic thing. Like the reflection of the water, the sunlight off the water.
It never seems to go out of style. Or just when you start thinking it's true, it comes
Bestätige.
down from the shelf with a smile. A simple melody will
It's a lot of hurry up and wait.
linger. I mean the kind you pick up with one finger. If you have some thoughts rhyming with you, express them in an old-fashioned tune.
Auf Seerohrtiefe. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Alright, we're going to submerge and do a quick hydrophone check.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Natürlich, Herr
Hauptraum
Kaloin.
besetzen.
Reduce our speed to listen. I'll remove the old map.
Herr
marker.
Kaloy, eingehendes Funktelegramm.
Funkraum
Natürlich, Herr Kaloy.
besetzen.
Wonder what headquarters has to say.
Herr Kaloy, eine Nachricht vom Oberkommando. Frankreich befindet sich im Krieg, nur defensive Aktion. Und Radar bestätigt, dass alle britischen Schiffe Ziele sind.
Self-defense. Okay.
Wird
Hauptraum
erledigt, Herr
besetzen.
Kaloy.
Maybe we'll have a target, maybe we won't.
langsame Fahrt voraus. Anblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Alright, no luck there.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Pretty high pressure. This would tell me the sea state is potentially pretty smooth. Also has some other factors depending on things such as wind. It's a pretty typical sea state for the North Sea.
Bestätige.
Private Joe came in one night, full of cheer and very bright. He'd been out all day upon the spree.
See if we have any reports in the war.
À Paris, les heures ne durent qu'un instant, nul n'y s'enfuir le temps. Car en nous demeure l'écho seul des beaux jours, c'est une chanson d'amour. Une chanson d'amour, versant nos cœurs, la nuit, le jour. Une chanson.
Mijn blonde kind voor de zuidenwind bruist heel zacht door de toppen der bomen. Sta op mijn schat, ga met mij op het pad. Je hebt nu lang genoeg liggen dromen. Luister, Nina.
Zolang uns keiner die Bande haut und jeder selber seinen Grünkohl baut, leben wir von spät bis früh.
Meine Schwester mag keine Petersilie.
On the farm, every Friday. On the farm, it's rabbit pie day. So every Friday that ever comes along, I get up early and sing this little song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit,
Oh,
run.
here we go again with the Rabbit Run song.
Bang, bang,
Not to be
bang,
confused with,
bang,
you know, a modern song. Well, least this century's song, Rabbit Run.
Rabbit run, 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 rabbit run, rabbit run, run, run. Don't give the farmer his fun, fun, fun. He'll get by without his rabbit pie. So run, rabbit run, rabbit run, run, run.
Run, adult run, 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 run. Look what you've been good and done, done, done. We will knock the stuffing out of you. All fat gut scurrying and gobble do. You lose your place in the sun, sun, sun. Then you pour on, you get none, none, none. You soon flop with hair on rip and drop. So run, adult, get out of it.
Endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
Pretty noisy back here in the engine room area. Let's save our progress. We'll go ahead and kick up the speed a little bit on this. As you can see earlier, the normal lighting, since it's nighttime, the normal lighting bonus has on. A lot of hurry up and wait. A lot of search and discover. Looks like our pressure might be going down again. Or sorry, going up. Maintenance on the diesel engine.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. langsame Fahrt voraus.
Do not like to sit still. It's dangerous for a ship to sit still for too long without good reason. And, I know we have the darkness as a cover. Wouldn't really necessarily matter, but I do feel that it's important to keep moving. So we have some electric engines, and he's working on maintenance. So
endlich ein paar Stunden Pause.
continue the process.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Get our estimated position. Right. I'd expect most of the traffic to be all the way out here towards the west end of the square, knowing that the hostilities have started. Ships usually tend to start moving further away from the coast of France and Germany. With good reason.
One desire, just to call you my own.
Bestätige. Tauchen auf 35 Meter. Horchraum besetzen. Bestätige.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Bestätige.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 5 Grad. 25 Meter.
»35 Meter.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 120 Grad.
Bestätige.
Aktuelle Tiefe 40 Meter.
– 35 Meter.
Anblasen.
5 Meter.
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
All right. Well, let's take a look here.
Bestätige.
Natürlich, Herr Kaloin.
Well, whatever contacts we have here. Not showing up on the actual periscope. This is the wide angle scope, so I get more light. Doesn't have as much vertical above the boat to see, but it does let more light in. And I don't like that, that's too bright, can't see anything. They said contacts around 120. And some contacts dead ahead. Or a contact. So now we have to determine which one of these two we should go after. And we could change course to the 120 degrees from our current course. We should be setting course to 120 degrees. It'll be course 030. Or we can continue on the course we are and see which way they're moving in front of us, which should be left and right potentially. I think this is one that's potentially a better target, so we will pursue this one. And we will start the chase, so to speak.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
And we can run this for about an hour. Set the time 7:10. We can do 8:10. Do another hydrophone check and see if indeed they've deviated from that bearing from us. And that'll tell us which general direction they're headed, kind of south of us or to the north of us. Since we were headed due west on our course. And then after that, we will start determining whether we need to pick up speed or not. Typically, a lot of ships tend to travel about 7 to 10 knots, freighters. So when they're alone, they may travel a little bit faster than that. Also depends on the class of ship. So with that in mind, we will exit the periscope, and I'm going to save the rest of the hunt for another day, considering the time in the stream. So we will continue chasing these down. So episode 6 will consist of continuing the hunt of our first patrol in the square that's assigned by the Admiralty. We will chase down and determine which direction this the ship is heading, and try to haul out our distances on it, and see if we can't get a visual on it, and then from there plan our attack. So with that, I will leave, as I have decided to continue to do, with some sort of either ambiance segment or whatnot for the remainder. And I thank you for watching. If you're a live streamer or watching if you watch the live stream and you'd like to provide some feedback, please leave some information on what your request is in the chat, and I'll see what I can do about that. And as always, thank you for watching, and look forward to you joining me for the rest of this hunt in episode 6. Take care.